EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Pittsburgh. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 4. Play action now. It's Nix. Now he'll air one out. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a 1st down. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. He keeps it himself. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Throw it. Nix. Flush to his right. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get set. 18.
The lefty right to the air to start. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll go play action with Nix. Going up top. That's hard. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 35 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
On for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright. No good. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Through to right, past the 30. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay, and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A play fake. Now Tua to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd-rounder. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. We are through 1. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That is brought in by Ibuka. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard
This is a
line.
tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They're called in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Ready.
Pacheco. And no signal as of yet. And none forthcoming. He is stopped short. And now it's 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing here up to the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At the 12-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
A pistol set with Tagovailoa. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Now a run on first down. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Now give on the ground. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Searching forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Complete to number 88. No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Here's a third down and 4.
Hey, get set. 18.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That one out wide for Kamara. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
It's now fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short, and they've turned it over on downs.
The key to any good quarterback sneak starts with the surge and the push of the offensive line. From there, can the quarterback find a seam? Can he find a little gap and drive his legs? In this case, give credit to the defensive line. They held their ground, they got a good push back, and they were able to come up with a huge stop on fourth down.
Away, away, away. Captain, 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 captain. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
A first down throw for Nix. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Nix from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
At their own 43-yard line.
Ready. Ready, team.
They'll begin here on the ground, and he'll get about 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go, go, go. Scat.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
Hold the stick.
Here's third down and a few inches.
Unlock line. Unlock lock. Tap the 60. Tap. Bring it. Go.
They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Good save. Go ahead. Ready, team. Out.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Hey, come on, team. Come on, team. Come on, team.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 2.
They're right here. Ready, team.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Watch it, Oscar. Hey, get set. Hey,
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
2nd down, they need 7.
Go ahead.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And he will get into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. Now he'll run it. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Juan Thornhill up from his secondary spot to make the play.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
Third down and 9.
It's safe. Good. What a team!
Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He stops them on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
18 yards.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll throw. It's Nix. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
For
Trey Tucker, the intended receiver.
Jonas Sanker
It's
on
2nd
the
down.
coverage.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
2nd down. Nix. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only did they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
York, good on the extra point. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And There'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Back to throw is Nix, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
44. 21G, 21G. Out, out.
Here's 2 and out on second down. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Saints first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Off play action, it's Tua. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down. The Saints lining up in punt formation as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And that's a nice job of getting running to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
37-yard line.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Throwing now on third and long. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Riley. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It's safe. Go ahead.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready, shot.
4th quarter begins on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready. 22. Out.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
20 TX. Ready. Out. Out. Shot.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
A toss play to the running back. 15-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So a pressure kick here for Cade York. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Bombers. Almost set.
To throw is Nix, exiting the pocket right. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got the connection there to Ibuka. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Almost set.
Here's Nix to throw. Forced out wide. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked up by the former Sooner, Danny Stutzman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Solo left side. Solo left side. Go ahead.
On 1st down, here's Tungo Vailoa to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ready. 18. Wait.
Up the middle they go. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
York, good on the extra point. The Saints up their lead. It's now 24-7. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saints on the play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Throwing is Nix. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked up by the former Sooner, Danny Stutzman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. A run here with Kamara. Finding room to the 20. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They get 18 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example of why teams continue to spend draft capital on interior defensive linemen. It's an investment that we see play out week in and week out across the NFL. Great example here.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Ready.
On third down, here's a run by Kamara. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First and goal, New Orleans.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come fourth down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up first and goal.
They'll run here with Kamara. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. a win for the visiting Saints. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.